Hello there, my name's Bransdon. Most of you will know me from SR. Today I'm going to show you how to get the basics of fakie down, like getting in and out of fakie, riding fakie, and combos with fakies. So let's go. So firstly, getting into fakie. We're going to want to either 180 to fakie or nose pivot to fakie. Both of these are pretty easy and they also require a bit of height or speed. For your 180 to fakie, we're going to want to go pop pretty high. Don't over rotate to here, don't under rotate to here, and don't land with your foot on the brake. It's best to learn these in a position much like this, or if you want to put your foot on the brake, have it really lightly, and then just push back. For your nose pivot to fakie, we're going to want to have both our feet like we were when we were doing the 180. We're going to want to put some weight forward onto your front wheel and throw your shoulder whichever way you're turning. So put forward, throw weight, land backwards. There. Now we've gotten into fakie, we're going to have to learn to roll backwards. To start off doing this, put your foot on the deck, your normal foot to push, and push backwards. Most people are going to tell you that looking at your front wheel is going to keep you straight, and most of them are right. So keep looking down at your front wheel and you should roll backwards just as normally as rolling forwards. Remember when you're rolling backwards that the direction of your steering is actually not counterclockwise, because that's a clock. This is a scooter. What you want to do is steer the opposite way if you're going. So if you're going left, you're going to want to steer right to go the other way. If you're steering right, you're going to want to go left to steer the other way. So counterbalance yourself the other way. So once you've learned this, you want to learn how to get out of fakie. To do this, there's two different ways. You can either go half cab, which is a bunny hop 180 and land rolling forwards, or you can do a slider like all us tech bosses and roll backwards, point your wheel towards which way you want to go, bring yourself around. Or another way to do it, like you were trying to counterbalance yourself, move your wheel this way, and you'll start rolling back this way. When you get to about 90 degrees or just before, turn your wheel which way you want to go, and you'll roll out. Now that we've got the basics of getting in, rolling fakie and getting out, we're going to want to learn to throw some combos in there. Basic tricks we can do, or I'll be teaching, will be the whips and bar spins. So both of these tricks we want to have pretty on lock, and we want to be able to catch them on flat. So we want to be able to get about this much height above the ground, land. This much height, land. Like so. So you've got those tricks on lock. Cool, let's go do them. For our 180 bar spins, we want to try and throw them as early as we possibly can. If that's at about 45 degrees and we're throwing it here, still spinning about halfway between 90 and 180, that number's about 135 for all you mathematics people. We're going to want to catch it at about 135 degrees, bring it round to land 180. Seeing as we're throwing the bars, we're going to want to keep them nice and straight when we're landing, looking at front wheel and try and keep it straight to roll back. Next trick on the agenda, 180 whips into fakie. This is probably one of the hardest tricks you can possibly learn with a fakie on anything. So what you want to do is do the exact same with the bar spin. We want to whip it nice and early, catch it about here, bring it around to 180 and roll back. The problem with this trick is you're going to land a lot on the brake when we're learning it. When we land on the brake into fakie, you probably all know what happens, but we're just going to go bang, backwards onto our head. So that's not very fun. What we want to do is probably land our 180 whip with our feet in this sort of position. If we can land like this, there's no risk of touching our brake, and we're going to get a nice even roll back, looking at our wheel again so we roll backwards nice and straight. So now we've got that trick, You're probably wondering, how the hell else can we combo a whip and bar spin with a fakie? What we can do is something called a fakie whip and a fakie bar spin. What we're going to do, you're going to have to be able to roll back in fakie pretty nice. Same as getting in and out of fakie, we're going to want to throw nice and high, catch, land back fakie, and then roll backwards looking our front wheel again. Same with the whip, we want to go land nice, caught, feet off the brake, go backwards, and hopefully maintain our balance long enough not to fall off. That's not what we want to do. Yeah. Lastly, what we want to do is throw combos into our half cabs or getting out of fakie. So we want to have this trick pretty on lock. Half cab, pretty high bunny hop, 180 out, throw your shoulders towards which way you're going. For this one, it's the same as getting into fakie except we're going backwards. So we're going to throw about 45, bring it around to 180. Same with the whip, 45, 180. Now, I'm not very good at half cab whips, but we'll see. These have nothing to do with fakie, but once you learn to combo in and out of fakie and do bar spins, whips, whatever the hell trick you want, we can try these too. Once you've learned that trick, throw it anywhere. Throw it at your park, street, in your house, your neighbourhood, wherever. Maybe someone else's driveway. Enjoy your new trick.